Voices. Only one of them is mine. Their voices seemed louder, and there were so many. It was overpowering. My voice seemed small, insignificant in comparison. It can seem like no one is listening. No one cares. What good could come from my lone voice? Perhaps I should be quiet, even fall silent, and let others control the discussion. But if I listen closely, the narrative is not as consistent as they would like me to believe. I hear other voices that sound more like mine. They only seemed faint because they were further away, drowned out by the crowd's boisterous chants of "it has to be this way." With my ears tuned to this frequency, these divergent voices have strength and volume. They are far from quiet. A collection of voices can only be created one by one. The narrative can change. The chorus is singing from a book of blank pages, pages that only together, only time, over time, will we fill. My heart is not weak, my brain fully functioning, my voice no less important. There are 7 billion voices, and one of them is mine. Thank you. Appreciate that. As I look all around, things sure don't seem right. But be calm, I'm told. You must be polite. While they laugh at science and plans that are green, treating the planet like an ATM machine, withdrawing continuously without a hint of regret, thinking like America, the earth will function in debt. Be polite, they tell us. Don't shout with the truth as we steal the future, breath by breath, from the youth. Our whispers unheard, our warnings unheeded, perhaps raising our voice is exactly what's needed. But if I speak too loudly or with too much force, it's dismissed as cranky, snowflake discourse. While we stand behind leaders the KKK endorsed and confirm judges who fulfilled urges with force, at times such as these, silence can't be our choice. Will it help if I scream with my indoor voice? A radical vegan with the radical choice of choosing compassion to be my voice. You ask for my calmness while you pick up your knives and place your orders to end their lives. I see violence and suffering on plate after plate, but if I point it out, I irritate. I won't sit in silence despite your request as you swallow your victims and let them digest. A strange definition of a personal choice, but I'll try to scream with my indoor voice. The Christians keep finding more people to hate while they brag that this will make America great. If we don't see the need for our voices to rise, then take off the red hat that's covering our eyes. My silence may be the easier choice, but I choose to scream with my indoor voice. I see ones I love support causing harm. It's long past time to ring the alarm. I can still love you and not agree with your choice, so I'll love you while screaming with my indoor voice. For love and compassion, for justice and peace, until all feel safe when they're stopped by police. Until our values align with our choice, we all should be screaming with our indoor voice.
We should manifest ourselves in exquisiteness every chance we get. There's pain, suffering to overcome. We must look within. We can build our heaven now by how we give our love out. Manifest ourselves in exquisiteness every chance.
Wednesdays, Thursdays, the weekend, one day a week, I can do something better. I won't pay for their suffering on Monday. I'm already hating the alarm clock, the official end of my weekend that brought me back to my 9 to 5. I guess I can eat a bean burrito today. Not tomorrow. That's asking too much. I can't be expected to care 2 days in a row. But hold on. While only causing suffering 6 days a week is certainly better than 7, when did our morals have breaks? Optional days. If our boss exhibited sexist attitudes, would we encourage him to stop being sexist on Thursdays? Since we know not being sexist every day would be too sudden a change for him. Are we against family separation on the weekends? Do we shun racism every other Tuesday? Is pedophilia intolerable the first Sunday of the month? If we deem something wrong, how can it be wrong only some of the time? Is convenience a justification for our morals? Do we really only have the willpower for 14.3% follow-through on our values?
Justice and reprieve. One man acquitted and one to grieve. Were you born on infertile land? Once a village, now a casino stands. They scoff at the whiskey on your breath, your minor infractions and petty theft. Remember when they put your parents there? You gave them Bibles and cut their hair. You've seen the unmarked graves that wounded me. You're not in prison, but you still aren't free. And that's the way that it's always been done. They're singing one for all and all for one, to drown the sound of you singing when you reach on you. What good's a voice if you don't use it? What good is progress if you refuse it? What makes you think that we're so different? But you can't relate 'cause you never lived it. That's the way that it's always been done. They're singing one for all and all for one, to drown the sound of you screaming, I'm still here. My skin is black as yours is fair. I never recited the Lord's Prayer, but I'm not going anywhere.
When breathing is considered optional, I'm sorry to tell you, a mother says to her son, due to your skin color, you can't have that toy gun. But that is not all. You better sit down. This is only a partial list. You can't wear a hoodie without having suspicion drawn upon you. You can't barbecue in the park without a white woman being uncomfortable and dialing 911. You can't sit at Starbucks waiting for a friend without leaving in custody. You can't nap on campus, even in your own dorm, without the police being called. You can't hold a cell phone in your grandma's backyard without being handcuffed after you are killed. You can't walk into a Walmart, pick an item off the shelf, and carry it around casually without fear of being shot. You can't decline to wave to someone's neighbor as you leave an Airbnb. You can't even sit inside your own apartment in case a cop gets confused and thinks you aren't hers. You can't be president, despite your grace and intellect, without having your religion and nationality doubted and mocked. You can't carry a real gun stashed away in your glove box, even with a permit and full disclosure to the officer, even with your girlfriend and her daughter beside you. When will there no longer be a need to march, to kneel, to protest? When will Nazis, in fact, not be very fine people? When will continued shouts of I can't breathe be enough to ensure a fucking breath?
as I can see, far as I can dream. Accent in between yellow blossoms, silent subtlety. Oh, my eyes cannot behold the scope. Oh, my life is a bouquet by the road. Carving wood, aspen and pine, and sacred lines dance to the beat of time. Tall as they can be, our tales are told as the birds sing. Oh, my heart is the downbeat. Oh, my mind is never gonna leave. Seek the wild grapes, coyote face, in stillness what is warm. Clouds begin to paint on a canvas blue, a portrait of you. Oh, my life is a cloud, you could say. Oh, why do I forget its place? Jealous like the fear when on the buffalo. I will grace through your love till it's all I know. Till I'm home, till I'm home. Like a river flows down for you. Like the field where all the buffalo. I embrace through your love, it's all I know. Just like a field where all the buffalo. I embrace through your love till it's all left know. Till I'm home, till I'm home. The river flows down for you. Never ending truth.
Rip through my own flesh to break free of the tide. How could you ever understand the storm that bites my heels, or why I never left it at the riverbanks, where I sought any semblance of love or strength or presence to stifle my little voice? I thought I was preserving it, but I think I may have lost it somewhere in a prayer. So how do I talk to a river now that I am faithless?
Love. Sometimes the very same people who shout the loudest about their Christianity have a very different memory of the Bible than mine. Ignore the sick. My neighbor is not my problem.
Wait, I thought the Bible said love.
Hate the gays.
Strange, I could have sworn it said love.
America first. I don't remember Jesus drawing lines nor picking favorites. Build walls, keep them out. Wasn't there something about whatever you do to the least of these, you do to me? Let the poor fend for themselves.
Weird, my recollection was love.
Kill your enemies before they kill you.
Oh, that was certain it was love.
I guess I could grab a Bible. Beautiful night because you're here. I appreciate you all being here. Hope you're enjoying yourselves so far.
Glad you showed up too.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that, Skylar.
Ain't no way to say it, no way to say it, no way to make it okay. We're talking families, just like you and me. They're just a child, we're talking children, oh, oh. They're just a child, we're talking children, oh, oh. Can't even imagine choosing to flee my home, 'cause it's too dangerous. I choose running and hiding through forest and jungle, desert and drug lord. All the while, dreaming that someday we'd make it to freedom. That we'd cross the line and see the other side, that we'd be safe. Just a child, we're talking children. Oh, oh. You put God there at the gate. Well, it ain't God's hands, it ain't God's hands measuring out your hate. Look in the mirror, brother. Look at the things you do. No one else to blame, no one else to blame, no one else. Are we really this insane? Just a child. Oh, this is not my America. This is not my America. This is not my America. This is not my America.
I sit in a cell, no hablo inglés. My mother was taken. I can't see her face. We fled here for safety. They said it was great. You bragged about freedom. I'm locked in a crate. When your music begins, for your flag I must stand. Forced allegiance by the back of a hand. To a country that sees me as a rapist, a thief, who separates children, compounding our grief. Illegal, they call me, as they vow to deport. I sit as a child, alone in a court. I'm asked to defend my actions, my choice, but all that I want is my mother's sweet voice. Where's your compassion? Where is your love? Where's your resemblance to this Jesus above? Dear America, if you are so great, why do you treat me with so much hate?
Mercy, 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 mercy. Mercy.
Like children in crates. And I was just wondering, now are we great? We attacked your rights because you aren't straight. And I was just wondering, now are we great? We declared a religion we won't tolerate. And I was just wondering, now are we great? Hate crimes have climbed at an alarming rate. And I was just wondering, now are we great? We left the Paris Accord, disbelieving our fate. And I was just wondering, now are we great? Too many students keep losing classmates. And I was just wondering, now are we great? We ignore the homeless, but the rich celebrate. And I was just wondering, now are we great? We attack the free press and the right to debate. And I was just wondering, now are we great? Women's rights to their bodies evaporate. And I was just wondering, now are we great? Well, not just great, but great again. And that has me wondering, when? The time of tribal extinction? Or when we shackled our slaves? When women couldn't vote? Oh, those were the days. When we hid in our closets from genuine fear? When we were locked in prison for just being queer? When American citizens of Japanese descent were held indefinitely in internment? When we granted rights based on the color of skin? When segregation forever, our governors grinned? When Nazis marched openly out on the street? Something I never thought we'd repeat. Is it greatness now and greatness then that our government kills with a fountain pen? Is this greatness we see as we look all over? I guess greatness is in the eye of the beholder.
It's the season to put down all that divides. What a season to pick up on how we are alike. Build bridges and make time. 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 I believe we're here to lift each other up, even when I fear that I am not enough. I believe it's clear, even when we just don't want to see, even when we just want it to be easy. Season to put down all that divides. What a season to pick up on how we are alike. Build bridges and make time. 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 No markets here that I can see. White feather floats to my feet. A gift from a higher scene. Can't turn around, can't go back till I found a better way. Sitting down in Grace Park, the best and the worst of men feel the spark. Pink and flawed, but I know there's an art dogs are bark. Oh, can't turn around, can't go back until I found a better way.
Students walk out. Shut up, they are told. Sit in class. You are in a democracy, but don't participate. Gun control won't help, you stupid liberal. People still get guns, just like they get heroin. But I noticed legalizing heroin wasn't in your game plan. The Second Amendment gives me the right to my AR-15. Does it give you the right to a tank, a rocket launcher, a hand grenade, a missile, a nuclear bomb? Don't we already agree that it is not a blanket right for civilians to own any weapon they desire? The Second Amendment is in the Constitution, though they don't seem fond of the first right now. You can't change the Second Amendment. You know, amendments, the changes we made to the Constitution. Yeah, you can't change the changes, apparently. When we tell students not to use their voice, we are encouraging apathy. When we tell people nothing can change, we are ignoring history. This country is encouraging hate. We are empowering racist thoughts. We are perpetuating toxic masculinity. We are profiting from greed. We are breeding fear. And then we are arming a scared, hateful population with weapons meant to rapidly kill numerous people. And then, yes, we are dying. But sit back down, students. We are too busy with excuses to make any change.
We are the Bering Strait, faulted friction of plates. These are the golden years, bearing burden, sharing tears, facing fears. In the lavender field, she lost sight of what's real and what's right and what's done. How to cut ties and run.
Run to make a
Infatuations with protein, talks of celestial powers bringing animals into existence for that very reason. Man's arrogant claims of superiority. Don't be naive and ignorant, blinded by sentiment. Animals are to eat, they tell me. Let's include a simple computation as we examine this argument. Start with 5,000, the number of mammal species, rounded down for simplicity. Well, mammals aren't alone, we need to add in birds. So 10,000 species with feathers, plus 5,000 hairy bastards. Now, math class is just a shady memory in my distant past, but I think I can handle this one. 15,000 animals. Oh wait, we need reptiles. That's 9,000 species there. Shit, I've got to carry a 24,000. I'm done. Fucking fish! 27,000 of them? 7 and 4s, 11 once more, 2 2s with that one, 54,000. My math teacher would be proud. If only I could remember her name. Amphibians! Those weird motherfuckers who can't just pick a home? 7,000 species still to add. 4 and 7, carry the 1. Damn, where's my calculator? Change the 5 to a 6. Trout, tuna, lobster, shrimp, rabbit, lamb? I can still count that on my fingers and toes. Perhaps you tried turtle once. Alligator or squid? I'll even add in an extra 10 for any I might have missed. Let's round that up to 30. Maybe. Just maybe. You've eaten 30 species. 30 out of 2,061,000. I don't need long division to tell me that's not even close to 1%. Wait, you said I was silly. You went on and on about protein. You said God gave you animals to eat. You're slacking. So wash down your double cockroach horse burger with some organic llama milk. Dip your blue jay wings in delightful gecko sauce. Serve your orca salad with shaved donkey on the top. Skunk jerky, kangaroo sliders, guinea pig and spider stew? Animals are for eating, you sentimental fool. Beagles, bats, and beavers, baked or barbecue. Or maybe not eating animals? Isn't that weird after all?
You've been living it, can't turn away from the images. Be a princess, that's your worth. Wait around for your prince to return. Be yourself, that's easy to say. Well, everyone teaches you to be it. You can rise up to anything, cause you're a garden warrior, goddess queen. Stand up now, be your hero. You got all you need. Stand up now, be your hero. All that's left is to believe. How fast you grow up, with all the hormones on your plate and your cup. Soon as you can go paint your face. No room for a girl so plain. But there's another voice to listen to, one that says, you define you. Beauty is your natural state, nothing less than divine incarnate. Stand up now, be your hero. You got all you need. Stand up now, be your hero. All that's left is to believe. Maybe something like love, 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 love. Keep on singing. Maybe if it feels right, as you keep singing love, 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 maybe you look at someone sitting next to you. Love, 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 love. And if it feels right, as you sing, love, 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 can wrap it around yourself. Love, 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 love. And maybe as you're singing love, those words wrapping you up in love, that heart from which love is emanating out is the same as all of us.